I hope this is visible, so we can directly start typing the commands over here. So let me start with the new file. We can go with the pace. I hope the amount of time that we have invested that can be utilized now. Okay, so I'm using a Mac environment now. For me, the amount of coding ahead, whatever the amount of coding or logics or syntax I'll be writing will be same for all the environment, including Windows, Linux, or Mac, right? So all three platforms, the public platform that are available for a user will be having same syntax and everything. Okay, so let's start ahead. So whatever you write, if you start typing like hash include, so here this hash means single line comment. So for commenting purpose in Python, you can use hash in starting, right? If you remove this hash, this will become a particular keyword. However, this keyword is not predefined keyword of Python, then there'll be a particular issue. So what do you mean by keyword? There were two things, right? There was a keyword, there was a term called keyword and command. So there are two things. If you type here as, right, this is called as keyword. As is a keyword, in is a keyword in Python, and maybe if you'll type def is a keyword, for is a keyword, right? If you'll type if is a keyword, right? So all such terms which can be utilized to design any structure in Python will be called as keyword. Okay, and the keyword which has a specific meaning, like int. If I'll write here int 34.5, so here I have typed inside a particular float value, right? If I'll enter here, it will give you the integer information only, right? So this is called as command. So command is command is a kind of specific keyword which gives you a specific answer. Anybody who would like to ask something? Is interrupting in between?
No, sir, please carry on.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so so any keyword which has a specific meaning or purpose of execution or executing a particular formula behind that particular function or command is called as command in Python, right? So these command can be executed directly on this platform called shell prompt, right? If you want to write a program, then you need to include couple of commands in a order to write in this platform called shell. So this is the shell of Python here, and the coding that you are writing in ideally or any other platform, the final file that will be saving it somewhere in your system will be called as shell. Okay, so if you link couple of cells together, means one program to another, the other program to another, right? Likewise, if couple of programs have got linked together, is called as shell scripting also of Python. Okay, so now let's go ahead and try to implement and try to write a couple of commands together, right? So we have data types. We have 5 types of data types in Python. So all type of numbers, all numeric datas, if you have available, suppose you have integer, you have float, you have suppose positive or negative sign numbers, you have complex numbers also, iota as well, 1 minus I or 1 plus I, right, like that. So anything which is complex or real, long or short, negative or positive, unsigned or signed, float or integer, does not matter, if any numerical type information is available in a variable, right? So variable are such a keyword, a specific keyword which holds a specific value, and store that value on RAM on running time, right? These are called as variables. Okay, so for every language it has a specific limit, that amount of memory that you can use using keywords or these variables, right? So you need to take care of using the amount of variables also. That's why a program called uh, maybe swapping two numbers together without using third variable is quite popular. because there if you'll save one variable, you can save maybe 2 bytes of information on RAM, right? And information or memory available on RAM will slow down your speed of execution. That's why amount of variable are very much required to handle properly, right? So suppose I have written a is equal to 10, right? And I have written b is equal to 12.5. Does not matter, both variable will be type of number, right? So the first data type that we have is called as number, right? So we are discussing about data types, right? So this is called as numbers. So let me write here a is equal to 10 or a is equal to 19.6. everything whatever you are writing next, the latest that you have written will replace your previous value. So if you will type a and enter, you will get only the latest value. I'm starting from basic, that's why I'm completing these explanation also, and slowly it will be little complex. I'm sure today itself will be completing this Python and also will be going with the practical implementation of data science library of NumPy, right? There will be two libraries, NumPy and Matplotlib, for visualization of data as well. For visualizing couple of different types of data also will be handled in this Matplotlib, right? So this thing gonna be discussed today. So please try to have patience, and this journey will be becoming little more complex in every 15 minutes. Okay, so now the first data type is number. The second data type that we have is string. Does not matter if your variable a is having single code and a small character or a capital character, right? Any single character if you are writing, or in single quotes you are writing any particular string itself, you are writing something in double quotes. Suppose you are writing hello 1 2 3, maybe an alphanumeric string, you are writing in double quotes. For any single character also you are writing anything in triple quotes. Right? So single code, double code and triple quotes, these are the notations. Wherever you will find out something enclosed under these brackets, single quote, double quote or triple quotes, will be called as string in Python. So all the numeric data type numeric values will be called as numbers. All the codes, that wherever you will be seeing these codes, single quote, double quote, triple quote, the associated information under or inside those brackets or codes will be called as string. Okay, so let me give you the example here as well. So this is your variable, suppose a is equal to 10 or 23.5 or negative 10 or 1 plus I, anything like that, right? And the third data type that we have is the collection of both numbers and strings. If you put a variable is there, suppose a variable a is there and we have enclosed data with small brackets and we have put it all the values together, suppose 10 comma single quote a or double quote, suppose I have written hello 1 2 3, I have written one number also, suppose 12.567. So these 5 values which are separated with commas, right, and these values are called as, or the collection of these values is called as heterogeneous data collection. Heterogeneous data collection, right? Why we are talking about heterogeneous data? Because we have variety of data here. We are combining numbers and strings together, right? We are keeping both the types of data in one single place, and if this data or the entire information is enclosed with small brackets, this thing is called as tuple in Python, or tuple also. You can call it as tuple or tuple, right? String, number and tuple. Third is tuple. So tuple is nothing. If you will define tuple is something as heterogeneous collection of data types in Python enclosed with small brackets and separated separating all the values, every single value with the commas. So this is called as tuple. What if I have a variable called a, I will not enclose it with small brackets, I'll be covering or enclosing it with capital brackets. The information is same, however the information is same. Suppose I have kept, you know, all these information, or yeah, I have kept all these information in the same way, in the same order, but enclosed with capital bracket. So this is called as list. So what is the difference between list and tuple then? So tuple is heterogeneous data collection separated with the commas values, right, inside small bracket. But in this you cannot you know, manipulate the values. 10, once you have written these information, you know, inside these bracket, in small brackets, you cannot further change these values. It means this data is protected. It's like in protected mode it's working. Once the information is written, it will be written for all, it will be written for forever, right? It will never be changed. If you want to change them, you need to change the total type of this particular variable from one to another, and which is called as typecasting. If you will change this tuple to list, then this list gives you a flexibility that if you want to delete this 10 from here, if you want to add some more values later on, if you want to replace these values, it means this is called as mutation and this is called as immutation, right? So tuple is nothing but a immutational heterogeneous data collection, right? And list is, on the other hand, is called as mutational heterogeneous data collection. Cool. Okay, so let's go ahead then. Apart from this, we have dictionary. So dictionary contains amount of information in curly braces, but here you need to write like this. You need to type some key and value pairs here. So suppose I have written W colon 123. It means W means 123. Likewise, if you want to write 10 colon 234, which means 10 means 234, comma 34 colon hello, which means 34 means hello, right? So likewise, this pair which is separated with commas, and which are individually separated with colon, is called as dictionary. So what is the use of dictionary? What is the use of list? What is the use of tuple? That I'll let you know while you know, we'll be experimenting it or experiencing it you know, in practical ways. Shall I go ahead now?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
that like double comma instead of single comma.
You can use single quote, double quote at any time, right? But you cannot start with double comma and you know, complete it with single comma. Okay. So if you are writing or starting something, some information with double commas, try to complete it with, you know, double commas also. Cool. So how will you utilize these values or these data types somewhere? Yes, I'm going with the practical things also. I'm just trying to explain you these things are very much in use. If you'll understand this, think these things as the first, you know, 100% prerequisites of this particular you know, journey of Python. If you'll be having confidence in, you know, in Python, I'm sure it will be easy for me to pour my content, pour my, you know, expertise or knowledge that I have related to machine learning to your mind, right? It will be quite easily relatable, right? So try to understand these points, and believe me that within these 5 days everything as promised in syllabus will be covered. I believe in the philosophy where start slow but firmly, but strongly, with proper consciousness, right? If you'll do it, I'm sure pace, wherever, you know, you'll get the smoothness, you can increase the pace. So initially I'm going very slowly. Try to understand everything. If you have some questions, please ask. Okay, so let us understand them practically also. Okay, so here I have written an example where a had couple of different values, right? Okay, so let me write some more examples. So b is another variable. I'm writing the single code hello 123. I usually write single code only because it's quite easy for using it directly, you know, while typing any particular code. Okay, so b is equal to hello 123 suppose. So this is called as string. So a string is nothing but a particular collection of each element. So if you want to access any particular element in this string, so every single element in a string would have their own indexes, and indexes in Python starts from 0. So h will be available on 0th location. Suppose we are talking about chairs, so we have kept this hello on different chairs, right? So h will be placed at first chair, e will be placed at second chair, likewise everything will be placed, right? What if this data information will be quite long, millions of values, millions of letters are available, so every single letter will take place and will require some space. Okay, so if you want to access h, so you can directly write b of 0. So here also we are using capital bracket, but remember here we were using capital bracket after assignment operator, right? This is the assignment operator. So small bracket and capital bracket is the notationally difference between tuple and list. Likewise, curly braces will be used for dictionary, single quote, double quote, triple quotes will be used for string, and if nothing has been used, no small bracket, capital brackets, curly braces, single quote is used, then will be called as numbers. Okay. Apart from these notations, if anything is been placed or found in any code, will not be used in any ways in Python, right? Okay, so these are the primary data types. There could be secondary data types also. You can form your own data types also. Python gives you the liberty if you want to generate your own data types as well. So it has the possibility that you can generate your own library which will deal with the different type of data types also which has been developed or designed by you itself. Okay, so let's talk about the primary data types. Okay, so b of 0, these brackets have been used directly in conjunction with b. So b of 0 is h, likewise b of 2 is l, right? Likewise b of minus 1 is 3. So if this is 0, you can go in back process also, from backside, from anti-clockwise or clockwise operations, both are possible in Python. So in clockwise direction, if you'll go in from the backside, then you can have 3. For 3 you can write b of minus 1. So if you want to check the total number of letters available in this b, you can have direct command called len. Len of b will let you know whether how many letters are available, right? So what you can write directly, b of 9 minus 1. Why 9 minus 1? Because total number of letters are 9 and the location address would be 8. Okay, location address would be 8 because it starts from 0. Okay, so this is how you can write. Even you can write in single quote, in single line also, len of b minus 1. So it will give you 9 minus 1 means 8, right? So b of len of b minus 1 will be giving you the exact information that you are required. So if you are accessing one single location, it's quite easy. What if I want to remove this 123? I want to remove this 123 from b, or I want to just copy this 123. I want to extract this information into another variable called c. So c is equal to b within bracket. So this was 8 7 6. From 6 we have next locations. You can write 6 till 10. So we'll not write here 9 because it's a range. So you need to give a proper range here. A range means where last value will not be included. It will work for less than 1. Okay, so 6 till 10, what will be the answer? It will be 123. So single quote is coming. What does it mean by? If single quote is coming, then this variable would be string type. However, these are numbers, but still it will be a particular string. So how will get to know whether it's a string or number? So we have a command called type. This type command will give you the clarity of data type, right? So it will let you know which data type is available. So C is string, and let us understand for A as well. So A was float, right? Then type, this float is the category of number only, right? So type of B was string itself. Now I want to convert this string to number, right? So what I will do, C is equal to int is a command, like int is the command, float is the command, str is the command, we have chr as well. So these are direct command to convert one type of data from one type of data to another type of data, right? So I want to convert C finally, for future use in numbers. So I have converted that. So C will be a number, and single quotes are not coming here. If I'll use type command here once again, it will be a int. Understood? So this is how. Is that clear now? Space is also counted. Yes, space is itself a character. Space here will also be treated as one of the character, right? And these things will be called as the ASCII values of each character, right? So space is also a character. Let me show you. There is a command called ORD. ORD will give you the ASCII value of any particular character. So I have given here a space. So for space, let me get the ASCII value. So ASCII value of this space would be 32. If you'll write ORD within bracket capital A has 65, right? Likewise, ORD of small a would be 97, right? So you can get all the ASCII values directly. If you want to convert any number into a string, suppose I have got a was 10, right? A was 10. So I'll write C is equal to chr is the command a. So A will be converted to character, okay? So let's see, C will be /n. If I'll write A is equal to 66, so it will be B, right? C is equal to chr of A, and C will be B. Understood now? So you can convert any particular data from one form to another form. Suppose I have written A is equal to 1234, okay, 1234. So I want to convert this number into string. So I'll use it. Str command is there. You can directly write A and store in C. C will be single quote. Okay. So it will help you. Why I'm saying so? Why I'm giving you the example of these things, because it helps you to convert one form of data to another form of data. Okay. Your number, your mobile number, when you are entering on any website, or you are logging in or you are signing up a new account. So every time you need to enter mobile number, email IDs or something like that, right? Or date of birth, all these information. So everything will be stored in plain text at the backend of the website, and that is called a server, right? So at server, at any particular database like MySQL or anything, everything will be stored in string. So whenever you are doing some calculation, at that time you need to convert those information back to integer or string or other type of data also. So you need to take care of these commands, right? And conversion process from one type of data to another type of data is called as typecasting. So this is your typecasting, okay? So you can tell somebody or your friend or the interviewer, sometimes they're asking about the typecasting basically in Python. So these commands are the typecasting command for us, okay?